At the start of the play, he's a 16-year-old Nought. He's intelligent, he's driven, he's happy, he's positive, and he gets a place at a very prestigious school that is mainly just reserved for crosses. And through this, he starts to see certain walls and barriers that get put, through his life because of the person that he is, because of being a Nought in this world. I find this character probably one of the most complex things I've sort of ever had to do, because it's sort of dealing with injustices that I've never faced. So the main thing for me is talking to as many people as possible, which throughout this whole rehearsal process has been really, really valuable to me, because talking to people that have had these certain, barriers put up against them and, oppression. I think firstly for me is not focusing on your lines as so when you get the script, read it without any sort of opinions. I think for actors they just, well, for me, I do it just going straight in and looking at your lines, looking at how many lines you've got, highlighting them. But what I try to do is get it, read it, and highlight any times where someone says something about you, or is like talking about you in like a conversation, even if your character isn't there, because that gives you like certain clues, and it's like a good tool to sort of create a character through those words that they're saying. I'd say going back in time and looking at things like Little Rock and things that happened in the South, apartheid, because this is the thing as well, like we need to figure out the segregation, because this is a segregated state, this in this world. So apartheid is a really useful one that we are looking at. And we've been trying to develop, like making scrapbooks, certain pictures that trigger, like there's one picture of a little girl going into a school, and I think it's in Little Rock, a little black girl, and she's just getting shouted at, and it's very reminiscent to the experience that Callum faces when he goes into school for the first day and everyone's shouting Blanca. There's like a really horrible picture of like a little girl, like literally that big, being escorted by like 4 policemen, and the crowd is white and just shouting at her, like with aggression as well, like true hatred, like they look like animalistic. In this short rehearsal space that we've had, even before the rehearsal start in January, I've been asking the people that N-word could offend, have they ever been in a situation where someone, and the most important thing is that Callum is being called a Blanca by someone that he loves and someone that he cares about, like a best friend. And I think that is potentially different to just, it still hurts, but a random person shouting it on the road or something like that, like he's actually this is being said to him by someone that he really truly cares about. So it's a case of me talking to people that it's kind of be like, if someone that you loved said that to you, how would that make you feel? Because I don't think that there is a word in the English language that is oppressive to me as a white person, or as offensive as that word is to a black person. So it's really that scene is probably one of the most difficult scenes that I will be having to face throughout this rehearsal process, and trying to work out how I can be offended by that when I don't get offended by it, when no one's ever called me anything as bad as that. Certain people don't see the injustices that we are sort of facing in this world today, and to flip it and to kind of change the power struggle might alert people to those injustices. And also it's a story about 2 young people who are from both sides of those power struggles, on both sides, the top of the hierarchy and the bottom of the hierarchy, and how they navigate their own friendship through that.